This is why you need to stay with us. The Shocking Endeavours channel is your gateway to the unknown. Hit that subscribe button if you dare. Like and comment with your own spine-chilling stories. Share the fear with friends. And don't forget to ring the bell for more bone-chilling tutorials. Stay tuned if you can handle the terror. In a small town nestled in the heart of Minnesota, a child was born who would change the world. Dr. Anya Mercer entered this world on a cold winter's night in 1985. Her parents, both high school teachers, had no idea of the extraordinary potential their daughter possessed. From an early age, Anya showed signs of exceptional intelligence. She spoke her first words at just 6 months old. By her first birthday, she was forming complete sentences. As a toddler, Anya's curiosity knew no bounds. She would spend hours taking apart household appliances, only to reassemble them with surprising ease. Her parents struggled to keep up with her insatiable appetite for knowledge. They provided her with every book they could find. By the age of 5, Anya had read through the entire local library's children's section. She quickly moved on to more advanced material. School proved to be both a blessing and a challenge for young Anya. She excelled in every subject, often surpassing her teacher's knowledge. The local education system wasn't equipped to handle a mind like hers. Her parents made the difficult decision to homeschool her. This allowed Anya to progress at her own rapid pace. By the age of 12, she had completed high school-level coursework. Anya's teenage years were a whirlwind of academic achievements. She enrolled in college courses at the University of Minnesota. Her professors were astounded by her ability to grasp complex concepts with ease. She completed her undergraduate degree in just 2 years. By the time she turned 18, Anya had earned PhDs in both neuroscience and biomedical engineering. The world was about to witness the rise of the most brilliant mind in human history. Dr. Anya Mercer's mind was unlike any other. Her thought processes were lightning fast and incredibly complex. She could visualize intricate systems and equations in her head. This allowed her to solve problems that had stumped scientists for decades. Anya's brain seemed to operate on a different level entirely. She could process and retain vast amounts of information with perfect recall. But it wasn't just raw intelligence that set Anya apart. Her emotional intelligence was equally remarkable. She had an uncanny ability to empathize with others. This allowed her to understand the human impact of her work on a deep level. Anya's superior mindset was rooted in a profound sense of responsibility. She viewed her intellect as a tool to better humanity, not as a source of personal gain. Anya's approach to problem-solving was revolutionary. She could see connections that others missed. Her mind effortlessly bridged gaps between different scientific disciplines. This interdisciplinary approach led to breakthroughs that seemed almost magical to her peers. But Anya knew better. She understood that there was no magic, only science we hadn't yet grasped. Perhaps most remarkably, Anya never lost sight of the bigger picture. While she could easily get lost in the minutiae of complex problems, she always kept her ultimate goal in mind. That goal was simple, yet profound: to alleviate human suffering and push the boundaries of what was possible. This clarity of purpose, combined with her unparalleled intellect, made Dr. Anya Mercer a force of nature in the scientific world. Dr. Mercer's first major breakthrough came in the field of neurology. She developed a revolutionary treatment for Alzheimer's disease. Her approach combined gene therapy with targeted nanotechnology. The results were nothing short of miraculous. Patients in advanced stages of the disease showed significant cognitive improvement. Within a year, Alzheimer's was no longer a death sentence. It became a manageable condition. But Anya didn't stop there. She turned her attention to spinal cord injuries. Using a combination of stem cell therapy and bioengineered scaffolds, she developed a treatment that allowed paraplegics to walk again. The first successful human trial made headlines worldwide. Videos of formerly wheelchair-bound patients taking their first steps went viral. Hope spread like wildfire through the disability community. Mental health was Anya's next frontier. She mapped the neurochemical basis of depression and anxiety with unprecedented precision. This led to the development of a new class of drugs. These medications could effectively treat these conditions without side effects. The impact on global mental health was profound. Suicide rates plummeted. Productivity soared. The world became a happier place. Perhaps her most ambitious project was tackling the aging process itself. Dr. Mercer's research into telomere regeneration and mitochondrial repair opened up new possibilities. While she couldn't achieve immortality, she significantly extended the human health span. People could now expect to live well into their hundreds, free from age-related diseases. This breakthrough had far-reaching implications for society, economics, and human potential. Section 4. Technological marvels and global prosperity. Dr. Mercer's genius extended far beyond the realm of medicine. She revolutionized the field of renewable energy. Her design for ultra-efficient solar cells made fossil fuels obsolete almost overnight. These cells could harness energy from any light source, even in low-light conditions. The global energy crisis became a thing of the past. Clean, abundant energy was now available to everyone. In the field of computing, Anya's breakthroughs were equally stunning. She developed the first true quantum computer. This machine could solve complex problems in seconds that would take traditional supercomputers millennia. The implications for scientific research were enormous. Drug discovery, climate modeling, and artificial intelligence all took quantum leaps forward. Agriculture was another area transformed by Dr. Mercer's innovations. She created genetically engineered crops that could thrive in any climate. These plants were resistant to pests and disease. They required minimal water and no chemical fertilizers. Global food production skyrocketed. Famine became a distant memory. The world's population could be fed sustainably and nutritiously. Perhaps most impressively, Anya developed a universal translator. This device could instantly translate any language, including sign language, in real time. Communication barriers crumbled overnight. International cooperation reached unprecedented levels. The device also preserved endangered languages, ensuring no culture's voice would be lost. The world became smaller, more connected, and more understanding. Section 5. Overcoming skepticism and resistance. Despite her numerous achievements, Dr. Anya Mercer faced significant challenges. Many in the scientific community were initially skeptical of her claims. Her breakthroughs seemed too good to be true. Some accused her of fraud or exaggeration. Anya responded with patience and transparency. She invited rigorous peer review of all her work. She openly shared her methodologies and data. The pharmaceutical industry felt threatened by her medical breakthroughs. Her cures for previously incurable diseases threatened their profit margins. They lobbied against the approval of her treatments. They funded studies attempting to discredit her work. Anya countered by making all her research open source. She bypassed traditional channels, appealing directly to governments and the public. Religious groups raised ethical concerns about her life extension technologies. They argued that she was playing God. Some even claimed her work was an affront to the natural order. Anya engaged in respectful dialogue with religious leaders. She explained how her work aligned with the values of preserving and improving human life. Gradually, many came to see her work as a divine gift rather than a transgression. Perhaps the greatest resistance came from those who benefited from the status quo. Energy companies, tech giants, and powerful individuals saw her innovations as a threat to their power and wealth. There were attempts to suppress her work, even threats to her safety. But Anya remained undeterred. She built a global network of supporters who protected her and helped disseminate her innovations. Her transparency and evident goodwill eventually won over even her staunchest critics. Section 6. A legacy of hope and human potential. As Dr. Anya Mercer entered her later years, she could look back on a world transformed. Disease and disability had been largely conquered. Clean energy powered a prosperous global economy. Hunger and poverty were relics of the past. The average human lifespan had doubled. But more than these tangible achievements, Anya's greatest legacy was the sense of possibility she instilled in humanity. Her work had pushed the boundaries of what we thought possible. She had shown that with intelligence, creativity and determination, even the most intractable problems could be solved. A new era of innovation and discovery dawned. Young scientists, inspired by Anya's example, tackled challenges that once seemed insurmountable. The pace of human progress accelerated exponentially, but Anya never lost sight of the human element in her work. She constantly reminded the world that technology and progress were means to an end, not ends in themselves. The goal was always to improve the human condition, to reduce suffering, and to allow every individual to reach their full potential. She advocated for the ethical use of technology and the equitable distribution of its benefits. As she approached her 150th birthday, still sharp and vibrant thanks to her own innovations, Dr. Anya Mercer reflected on her journey. From a curious child in a small Minnesota town to the most influential scientist in human history, her path had been extraordinary. But what gave her the most satisfaction was not the accolades or the achievements. It was the knowledge that she had used her gifts to make the world a better place. In doing so, she had not only changed the world, she had expanded our understanding of what it means to be human.